But, Pickle, we're not done with big-time guests. Let's go to the hotline one more time and bring in the head coach of the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. We're joined by Coach Kirk Martin. Coach, how are you?
I'm great, man. Fired up. Just finished up with practice.
Well, first and foremost, how'd practice go?
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Let me ask you. The secret is out. It's going to be your Colleyville Heritage Panthers taking on that nemesis Grapevine Mustangs in the Battle of the Red Rail in Week 1 there on Texas Football Days on Bally Sports Southwest. Your reaction to kicking off the season in style on the biggest stage?
I think it's awesome, man. I love it for our kids and the exposure that it's going to bring to our program. And heck, not a better game out there than the Battle of the Red Rail.
Let me ask you about how you go about preparing for playing on television. You're a guy who's played games on TV before, on Bally Sports Southwest and state championship games. Is there any sort of extra message to your guys, knowing that, look, there's going to be a statewide audience tuning in to watch them, in a pretty special event?
No, they'll show up and be really excited to play, and that's just an added incentive for them. The only really coaching that'll come in, we'll just have to coach them up on TV timeouts and that kind of stuff. Just being sitting on go as soon as that guy with the red sleeve gets off the field, we're going to snap the football. So our kids are excited, man. They're fired up.
For folks who, you got to experience your first Battle of the Red Rail last year. I'm interested in what your first impression of the rivalry was, and what folks who tune in on Bally Sports Southwest are going to be in for when they watch Colleyville Heritage and Grapevine.
Well, it's really, really important in our area. It's the biggest game of the year for our kids and their kids. We're not even in district with each other anymore. And our kids, man, it's just like the biggest thing ever, and I try to talk that down a little bit, but to no avail. I mean, it's important to these kids. I mean, they grow up with each other, go to church with each other, they go to the lake together. I mean, they're all buddies, but man, they hate each other whenever we kick it off, and that's the way you want it.
You're in your second year there at Heritage. I'm interested maybe in what you know about the job now that maybe you didn't know a year ago. What have you learned about this job there at Colleyville Heritage?
Well, I learned that COVID sucks.
Amen.
Man, we lost 4 games last year, 2 non-district and 2 district ball games, because of COVID. And so I haven't had the full-fledged experience yet. But, man, our community is rabid about football and really excited, for this season. We had a good year last year and went to the 3rd round and only lost 1 game that last game. Lost by 3 and really felt like we should have played a little better. And had we played a little better, we'd have been lining up in the semifinal game against Ryan and who knows. So, our kids are fired up and really, really excited, about the rivalry game, and we've got a good team, so we're really proud to get to be on TV and the only team in the state, playing at that time, and our kids are pumped about it. I've had to keep it under wraps until it was officially, known and all that, and I did gather my seniors together and let them know, but they can't tweet it, they can't do anything with it until it's officially been announced. Well, now it has, and heck, our kids are fired up.
Well, finally, Coach, I want to ask you a little bit about your squad and the team that folks are going to be able to see when they turn on their television on Bally Sports Southwest on August 27th. You mentioned such a deep run in the playoffs last year. Do you have a feeling quite yet on how this year's Panthers team may be different from last year's Panthers team?
Well, we have unbelievable senior leadership. I mean, so many of these kids have been playing, varsity football, since they were sophomores. I got 2 kids that have been starting since they were freshmen, Hogan Wasson and Isaac Shabay. Those kids both started as true freshmen, and so they'll be their 4th year. But there's a whole group of seniors that they've played a lot of football. And so that to me is a strength of our team. I mean, these guys, I gave them the last 2 weeks off of the summer, and all they did was get every varsity kid in the program here and work them out, and most of the JV. And, I heard, from my coaches that, these practices were harder than our summer workouts that we had here for them. So really good leadership, really good team speed. We'll be tempoing it pretty good, and we'll be chunking it deep too. That's just kind of something I like to do, and I think our kids are good at it. We'll run the football too, but our defense was really good last year. I think they'll be really good again. Man, I'm just telling you, we have a really good football team, and I think Grapevine does too. So it'll be one heck of a game, and I think it'll be exciting for everybody to watch. And last time we did this, TEP, it was kind of exciting, so hopefully it won't come down to the last foot of the last second of the game. But if it does, that'll be fun too. So
yeah, I've got to tell you, Coach, as somebody who works in television, I kind of do hope it comes down to that. But then again, I don't have to. I don't have to stress about who's winning that game. So we have different ideas there. That's fair. He's Kirk Martin. He's the head coach of those Colleyville Heritage Panthers. You can watch him coach his boys there on August 27th live on Bally Sports Southwest as part of Texas Football Days when Colleyville Heritage takes on Grapevine as part of Texas Football Days. Coach, really appreciate your time, and I will see you in about a month.
Man, my pleasure. I'm looking forward to it.
There he goes. Kirk Martin, head coach, the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, joining us here. Remember, August 27th. It will be on Bally Sports Southwest. Can we throw that graphic up one more time?
I am getting that going for us.
August 27th, Bally Sports Southwest. It's Colleyville Heritage versus Grapevine, the Battle of the Red Rail, live on Bally Sports Southwest, part of Texas Football Days, presented by Jack in the Box, and 6 Lone Star Lookins, Arlington Martin at Lake Travis, DeSoto at Converse Judson, Saline at Melissa, Spearman at Stratford, Canutillo at El Paso Burgess, and Mater Dei, California at Duncanville. And Pickle, which one are you going to be at?
I believe I will be all the way out in El Paso.
Wow!
Yeah, we're gonna hit El Paso twice in 2 weeks there for
yes.
us. So very excited.
Very exciting.
Very
indeed.
excited.
It'll be Colleyville Heritage and Grapevine. So make sure you tune in August 27th. And, of course, all week with all of the great stuff going on about Sports Southwest, it is a
marathon, not a sprint.
A week of celebration of Texas high school football. Nobody does it like Bally Sports Southwest, so make sure you tune in. Just turn on your TV and leave it on. That's just a good way to do it.
Turn it on, leave it on.
And I bet if you just wake up in the middle of the night, I bet there's like a high school football game on.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
how serious they are about it. Anyway, so we appreciate our friends at Bally Sports Southwest for trusting us for that big announcement.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.